Welcome back. We're back for the Zwift Insider's Tiny Race series. This is a series that I try to do at least 3 times a month, maybe more. I know sometimes I miss it on Saturdays because I find someone else to do it. I'm hanging with family or something. It just depends on what's going on in my life at that time. But I try to do these, for the most part, at least twice a month. And so with that being said, I want to also ask that y'all keep giving me my comments. Thank y'all for getting me to 100. Let's see if we can get me to 200 now. Let's work at 200. Let's see if we can get that by June. Let's see, that way by the end of the year, we can work away to 250 to 300 by the end of the year. So right now, I want to say thank y'all for everybody who likes and subscribes to me. So let's see if we can get my likes up to just as high as my views. Let's see if we can do that, please. I ask that if you watch my video, please hit the like button. It's just a simple tap of the like button, a little thumbs up. Hey, if you don't like the stuff that's going on, I don't mind. Just let me know, put the thumbs down, leave a comment on what you think I can do better at. Hey, in fact, if you please, hey, leave a comment saying, hey, hey, if you're heavy and you're trying to lose weight and you want to leave a comment in that, let me know and say, hey, Ty, hey, man, put this up there, shout me out one time. Hey, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. This is a race that I like to do. Hey, if y'all want to get together and ride sometimes, let me know. And I try to ride with you, especially on the weekends. It's harder during the week for me, but on the weekends, now remember I'm Eastern Standard Time, so give me a time anywhere between 5, 6 in the morning to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, because after that I have to go back and hang with wifey or all this is going to end. Okay, now that y'all got the understanding of that. So we're going to get into this race. I forgot to record the first 2. It don't really matter. The first race, I came in 10th. I'll put the stats up here, you know how I do it, either side, that way I'm not wrong. And one of the races, I came in first. So the second race of this series, I came in first. So we're going to start with the 3rd race and the 4th race. And we're going to go ahead and start here. And here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And as we take off on this race, I'm getting to the point where I'm not gunning it out the race, especially on these flats. I'm just putting enough in to get me moving. Like I say, I've always compared myself to the big old ship coming down the road and the ocean coming down the sea. And there is flat. Ocean is flat, so the ships can move. And once they got a little power behind them, they go. Now, the thing is, for me, I'm a ship, but once I hit a little incline like this, I put power in, but I don't really gain as much speed unless I'm already at a certain speed when I hit the 1 or 2 or 3% incline. If I start trying to power up during the incline, all I'm gonna do is really slow down the drop of the speed. I'm not actually gonna maintain the speed because I didn't have it going when I came in the hill. I had to really triple up on my power to actually start trying to gain speed. So what I try to do is really keep an eye on that percentage where it's at 0 right now up on the map. And I keep a really, really close eye on that thing, because if it shoots up, if I see a little slope in front of it, I kind of power my way through it. And the reason for that is, like I said, if I don't see it and I hit the hill and I'm still at the power that I'm going, I will slow down. That's the one thing that tankers don't have to deal with, because the ocean is pretty much flat. There's no hills. I don't know, I guess you got big waves, but as far as there's no hills out there. Hey, I may be ignorant and don't know that there's hills in the ocean, but as far as I know, there's no hills in the ocean. And so as we come around on this race, what I decided to do with this thing is, you see people shoot past and they don't scare me no more. They used to scare the mess out of me, because I would look at it and go, man, I got to power up. You see, I fall right back into the pack. But before that, because I'm trying, if you notice my draft up there, I'm trying to hold on to the end of it. I'm not going to power up at the end to this race until the end, because I know that I could probably do it. I could probably power up now and leave, but I knew I had one more race after this. So me getting out there and just trying to ride all out, balls to the wall, bat out of hell, no, that's not going to work on this. I'm going to keep sneaking back into this pack. And that's what I did. I just slowly let myself drift back into the pack. And what they would do, and I know it's Paul, man. I know it's you, man. Paul D, it's you, man. It's you. I know it. You kept sliding back. And if I slowed down, everybody else kind of slowed down. And what I was doing was maintaining 23 miles an hour, which I was trying to keep the group at that speed, because I knew at that speed, A lot of the people around me were starting to get tired, especially with this being our third race. And I know I had the endurance to keep that up. So what I was doing was keeping it at that pace because I was trying to thin the crowd out, but also stay with the little pack so I can keep my draft bonus that was going on. As you see, I'm saving power by riding with them, so I don't have to put so much in. So I'm trying to ride with them and keep them right there next to me, but I'm still trying in my head, and what I'm doing in my mind is, okay, I'm gonna speed it up, but I'm still riding with them. So that's what I was doing. So as we coming through here, I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, cool. I'm gonna just keep riding like I'm doing. I'm gonna keep forcing it. I said, all I'm doing is keep riding the pack. So there's a lot of difference in riding that I do now that's different than what I used to do, because it used to frighten me to ride in a pack like this at the end of the race, getting closer. But I know what I have now. So what I'm thinking in my head is, I'm not gonna get out in front of these and take off. I wanna come back to the pack, but I wanna keep my 23 miles an hour up because it doesn't bother me now. And as we coming around 22, 23 miles an hour, I know everybody's running and I fall back into the pack and get my draft going back again. So I'm not gonna take off. I'm not even worried. I'm not gonna take off until I see that first person truly attack it. And when I see that, because that's the other thing I like about this, where it has the athletes on here, and it lets you know that thing will light up when somebody starts to attack the course. That right there gives me the insight to let me know it's time for me to attack. So, and that's what I'm doing now. So as I'm coming on this race, I'm waiting for the attack. And I used to get surprised by the attack, but that actually, like I said, it's like a pit boss. It lets me know, hey, they finna start attacking the course. So as it come down, I'm going, okay, cool. They gonna start attacking in a minute. We still in a crowd, we still in a bunch. We sped it up a little bit, but we still in a bunch. And then once they came past me right there, I know I can extend this lead and hold it now. So I just open up now. I'm wide awake open. I'm rolling. And I slow it down, and what I do, I just take off. And I see Paul get in front of me, and I'm like, nope, 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 you can't have that. This is my race. I did that just on purpose. We got 500 feet left in here, and I really put I'm at 1,200 watts. I'm putting it out now. And I'm in that 1,200 watts, I'm still only 7 watts per kilogram. The KW, it's only 7. So let's get over to the next race, and we're gonna start there. As we got to the end of this race, I'm gonna put those stats for that race here. And the reason I'm doing that because I normally have another insert right here at the end of this race, at the end of the last race, and I'm showing you the stats for what I did in that race. This is the last race. This is number 4. We're gonna go ahead and get into this race, but I just wanted to show y'all what I did here on this race, and let's get into this next one. We're 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And as we take off on this race, this is another one that I know this race. I know there's a hill in this race at the end. I just don't remember exactly where it was. And the funny thing is, I think if I could win this race, I'm thinking in my head, if I can win this race, even though I had a terrible first one where I came in 10th, if I can win this one, three number 1 spots, and I didn't really fall off too far, I'm thinking in my head that I can win this series. So this is what it usually happens. In the first race or second race, and I do real terrible, and then I place in the rest of them, and I can't win the series. So as we're riding here, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna stay with the pack. And once we get what happens is that there's a nice decline in this race. And I remember it, but I don't remember until we hit it. Now, once we hit that decline, I put in speed because what I'm trying to do is put some distance in between us. Now, if you notice, like with me, my heart rate sitting right there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool, my heart rate's a little high, but you gotta remember, this is going on my 5th race of the day. So my heart rate is kind of high for me. It's not like if I came in here and did a warm-up and then sat down and did this, it would be different. But I decided to, like I said, do these races today. So this is the number 5th one of the day. And you see Paul, and when we get to this decline, you see I power into this thing. And once I realize that's where it's coming at, I'm gonna take off, and I try to put some distance in between us. And the reason I do that, because what happens is that there is a little significant incline in here, and I'm trying to dodge that incline that's going to kind of slow me down. But if I got enough distance in between me and number 1 in the race, Me and a little difference between me and the pack. That's what I'm put that right there. If I got some distance between me and the pack, it gives me a little breathing room. So as we come over, I remember this incline and a decline, and you see I power up into this thing because what I'm trying to do is super tough. And so that gives me a chance just to relax. And so that's what I did. I powered up, got the super tuck going. And when I know that if I'm in super tuck, everybody else behind me is gonna have to kind of speed themselves up to catch me. And that's what I was doing. I was hoping to maintain that, but it was just too many hills for me to maintain that speed that I was at. So that kind of cost me. And with lighter riders behind me, I knew they would catch up eventually, but I was hoping that when they caught up to me, they had put in a lot of work, so they were kind of tired catching up to me. And like I said, this was 6 minutes. Now, if I would have hit this with the total, with the whole pack, this would have cost me a little bit because I would have had to burn a lot more energy. But you see, Paul comes back and decides to keep riding. Oh, this one ain't Paul. I saw the green shirt. Sorry about that, Paul. But as I come back, we hit this other incline, and all I'm trying to do now is stay with him in front of me. I'm not trying to outspeed him or nothing like that. I just trying to stay with him because I know this is a hard climb, so I have to put in the power to get through this climb right here, and that's what I do. And I know all of us are tired, so the excuse that, hey man, we're tired, it's not an excuse. If somebody can tell me what the W balance is, I put it on here because I didn't know what it was, but I don't know what it actually means, but I thought I'd use it. I took it off on the rest of the races, I think, because I didn't know what it meant. and I don't know how to use it, so it's not helping me out. Now, as I catch back up, I'm slowly riding back up with him right here in the race, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we don't have far to go. We got a mile. We got less than 2 miles to ride on this thing. I'm just gonna stay with him to the end, and that way, even though other people are catching up to me, because this is an incline, you gotta remember I'm down to 15 miles an hour, which is 23 kilometers an hour. But I look down and I see a lot of people doing less than that. But I know that the lighter riders who are keeping up with the numbers that I am, they're right behind me. I know that. And I can see it. They're only 8 seconds. You got a group of 5 that are 8 seconds. That's the other thing I told you about. Well, you see the athletes, you see 8 seconds, there's a group of 5, 8 seconds behind us. And that helps me understand where I'm at. It's us 2 up front, and it's 8 seconds, and then they're right behind us. Behind them is 4 more at 14 seconds. So with me being on the incline, this allows them to slowly catch. You see it normally that's 7 seconds, 6 seconds. They slowly catching up to me because they're lighter riders. Inclines are where you get me at. Now, if it's a longer race and the inclines are early in the race, that's a problem because that means there's a decline on the other side that gives me a chance to pull away. And that's what that's what it gives me. When we come over that incline, it's a steep down, and I just start to slowly pull away. Now, it gives me enough speed to hit the incline to keep some of that speed going into it. And if I can maintain that, it keeps me kind of going. So that's the one thing about the rolling hills, where the rolling hills go high and low a whole bunch of times. My momentum keeps me rolling on those things, and that's keep me going through them. Now, he jumps in front of me, and I call him MR. And MR keeps jumping in front of me. I'm trying to hold on. I really want to win this one because I know that if I can make it just to the end with this thing, I got it. So now you see that group that was behind me is 7 of us now, and they caught up to us. They slowly caught up to me because I was doing these inclines. You can catch me. I keep saying it to a lot of people. You can really catch me on these inclines. It just depends on where we're at. Now, if there's a steep decline on the side, you might get me. Now, I knew there was another incline coming. I just didn't know where it was. And I kind of let it surprise me on here. If I could have caught it at the right time, you see that incline, and he jumped out just right to get in front of me on that incline. I mean, man, I got to give it to Paul. He knew where to attack me at. Now, as I'm going, because of the incline, I'm trying to catch him because I know there must be a decline. I see on the other side, there's a decline, but he jumped just right. And I wasn't looking for the attack then. So now I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, MR, you can't have this. I got to have my second place. So I put in the power and I just jumped right in front of him. So at least I can get my second place in hopes that maybe it'll work for me. I want to thank all of y'all for subscribing to me. Thank all of y'all for following me. Thank all of y'all for supporting me. With that, I say, ride on.